Happy day dear students. I welcome you all back for the English class. This is the second part of our an elementary school classroom in a slum. Okay, yesterday we saw about the introduction and the first stanza of the poem. Today we are going to see the second stanza of the poem. Before that we can see some recalling parts. Yesterday we saw Stephen Spender was a poet, novelist and essayist. He mainly concentrated on social injustice and the class struggle. So these all you remember, I think. So today I have added one more point. This poem is a part of Stephen Spender's The God That Failed 1949. This The God That Failed was written by Stephen Spender. This poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, is a part of this The God That Failed. It has been published in 1949. So this is an additional information about the poem I have given today. Now let's see what is the content we saw yesterday. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor, the tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted, unlucky hair of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk at back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. Okay, listen here. So due to the suffering, due to the poverty for a long time, the children's faces were looking like the waste materials, like rootless weeds. And their hair was not tied properly and it was not combed properly, so that hair is falling on their faces. Now, a tall girl has been mentioned. Her head is told as weighed down head. Actually, her head is not weighed. So, due to poverty, due to malnutrition, her head was not able to be lifted up. Not only that, the shame what they were experiencing also is the cause for this. The paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes. The boy was looking like a paper and his eyes are so greedy to see here and there what is there for the achievement. The standard unlucky hair of twisted bones reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk. So here the boy who is suffering from malnutrition, he has inherited a disease from his father. The father's disease has been inherited by the boy. So he is learning from the desk. Then last one boy has been mentioned. So all these problems have been highlighted. Here to the contrary, the boy is mentioned as sweet and young. Why he is sweet and young means that boy's eyes are living in a dream. He doesn't want to listen what is there in the classroom. He doesn't want to see what is happening there. He wants to enjoy outside. So through the window he is seeing outside the squirrels are playing. He also dreams of joining them and he is playing in the tree room. So this is what we have seen yesterday. So now we can go to the second stanza. Let's read the stanza once. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities, belled flowery Tyrolese valley, open-handed map awarding the world its world, and yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their worlds, were all their futures painted with the fog. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, caves and stars of woods. So this is what the second stanza, what we are going to see today. See here, on sour cream's walls, donations, Shakespeare's head. So what is this sour cream walls mentioned? It's not the freshly painted walls, it's a dirty walls. You would have seen the walls, while it is painted freshly, it will be in somewhat bright in color. After 2 to 3 years, if you see, what will you feel? It will be pale like color. For example, yellow color would be turned into sandal color. The red color will be turned into somewhat pinkish or brownish color. So likewise it will be there. So here also the dark yellow color has been changed into sandal color or the cream color. So that only is given. And so cream walls, that means not at all beautiful, not at all clean. It was painted earlier. Now it's in pale color. Donations. Earlier, if you see in the schools, the village people will donate something, whatever is the requirements are needed by the school. For example, map or any of the chart paper or any of the picture charts, anything, the village people themselves will donate to the school. So likewise, the cream has been filled with the donations. So, some images are there, some maps are there. So some pictures of great personalities are there. So likewise it has been filled with the donations of the people. The first one is Shakespeare's head. Have you seen Shakespeare's picture anywhere? See here, this is a picture of Shakespeare. See the front head, forehead is looking like a bald head, right? You would have seen bald head means the people don't have hair in front of the head. Okay, that's what known as bald head. So it's looking like a bald head. Okay, so this picture was there in that classroom. Listen here, this Shakespeare's head is there in the classroom. It was like cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities. This bald head of Shakespeare has been compared to the sunrise at the early morning. Okay, have you seen sunrise at the early morning? First it will come little bit up say, and actually in the beach, in the seashore, from the seashore we can see the sunrise. Okay, so here the sun will come little bit up. So while it comes half above the sea level, so it will be like looking like a semicircle. So this is what, so that only his head has been compared with the semicircle of the sunrise. So cloudless at dawn, early morning if you see there will not be any clouds at all. And civilized dome riding all cities. Okay, in the cities and all, you would have seen the buildings with a dome. Dome means semicircle, domes will be there. So in the shape of semicircle, the buildings would have been built. Okay, the top of the building will be covered with the domes. So likewise, like these domes, his head is seen. But there is no use. While they see these type of famous personalities, they will not be motivated. Because while they have all those sufficient facilities with them, then they will be motivated by these people and they will involve themselves in creative ideas. But now, for their food itself, they are starving. For their daily bread is it's a question mark. So that doesn't bring any changes in the children. So that's entirely waste only. See here, the next picture we can see belled flowery Tyrolus Valley. So belled flowery Tyrolus Valley. This Tyrolus Valley means a valley in Austria. It's very famous and every people will stand here and they'll take a look at the valley. That much beautiful the places. Everywhere the churches will be there, flowers will be there. So bells will be there in the churches. Okay, belled flowery Tyrolus Valley. This is the picture of that Tyrolus Valley. You can assume it is the picture of Tyrolus Valley. See here, flowers are there, churches are there, the bells will be there. So this is what known as the picture of Tyrolus Valley, which is very beautiful. Even though it's beautiful, it doesn't bring any changes in the mind of the children. Because they don't want to see all those things. What they need is their daily bread. They should be given concentration to make them learn better. That's what they need. But here, these things are all entirely waste only in the classrooms. They will not bring any changes in the mind of the children. Do you know why these pictures are stuck in the classrooms? due to these pictures, or by seeing these pictures, the children should be motivated and they should take them as the role model and they should get the desire of becoming like them. So automatically they'll set a goal and they'll go towards it, and at last they'll reach their destination. So because of that only, as a very good inspiration only, these things are stuck in the classroom. But even though these things are there is no change in the mind of the children. It doesn't bring any change in the children's mind. That's the main thing here. Next one is open-handed map, awarding the world its world. What is the duty of the map? Why the map is stuck there? What do we see in the map? So if you want to see where the country is or what are the places are there in this country, we'll take a map and we'll see there. So this will be motivated us, and sometimes we'll be longing for seeing the places also. But these things also, this map also cannot change the mind of the children because they don't know anything other than their classroom. Look children, this is the world map. Okay, so by seeing this, we'll come to know, yes, this is an Asian continent. This is an European continent. So likewise, you will come to know. But here, what is that? So we will know where is America, where is Africa, and where is Bay of Bengal. Everything we will come to know. But these things also doesn't make any change in the life of the children because they don't know exactly what is it. And these places are there in this world. Likewise, they don't have any awareness at all. Then what is the use of this? It shows that there is a world and this is what the world like this and all. But the children are not ready to see all those things. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. For these children, according to these children, only their windows will be the world. Not the map at all. Okay, whatever they are seeing out of the window, that's what their world. That much they are restricted. They are living in a slum. They don't know anything else out of the slum and their classrooms. They are not given any freedom also. They are restricted in the slum itself. So they don't know anything about the world. Out of their classrooms, out of their slums, there is a beautiful place. There people are enjoying. That awareness and all is not with those children. That's what it means. Because for them, their future is with darkness. Where all their futures painted with the fog. However, the place is very beautiful also. If it is covered with fog, what can we see there? Only that pale color or the dull picture we can see there. So that's all. Okay, the children's future is also very dull. And there is a question mark whether it can be fulfilled or not. So it's in darkness only. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. You would have seen a drawing. Listen students, you would have drawn the pictures or you would have seen the pictures of a drawing. The roads would go narrow. And at last if you see here mountains are there. If mountains are not there, it will be seen as if it has been touched by the sky. So, here also the children's life is going like this narrow road. If it touches the sky, they'll have the bright future. But if it is not that, what will the condition of the children then? Think of it.
What is that?
Okay, listen here students. So likewise only their future is also restricted in this narrow street as they have the dark future. Listen here, a narrow street sealed. What's the meaning of sealed? Shut or locked. And with a lead sky. Here lead is mentioned for the dark future of the kids. Okay, the children's dark future. Far, far from rivers, caves and stars of birds. So if they are there near the rivers, near the shore, and near the stars. Okay, they are not able to see the rivers, they are not able to see the seashore, and they are not able to see the stars. What they know is their slum, their classroom, their books, their portion. That's all they know. Okay, for a long time they are not away from these slum. So if they come out, definitely they'll have a bright future. This is what it mentions. Listen here, I've written some meanings. Sealed, shut or locked. Lead, here it's dark future of kids. Kids, a large piece of land that sticks out into the sea from the coast. That means the seashore. Then listen here, civilized dome. Here it means rising sun at the horizon, which is in the shape of a dome. While I taught itself, I explained. So once again, we can see the content of this poem. Listen here. And sour cream walls. That means the classrooms walls have been described here. The donations have been stuck there. The Shakespeare's head is there. That means the image of Shakespeare is there. He has a bald head. And it's looking like the sunrise at the dawn, early morning without clouds. And it's looking like the dome which has been kept in the buildings and all. But there is no use due to these and all. Then next picture is belt, flowery, tireless valley is there. But it is admiring every audience. But here what is that? The children never mind about that also, because already they are starving for their food. Then how will they concentrate on these things and all? That's a question mark. The next one, open-handed map is there. It shows I am the world. Okay. So these are the countries are there. This much beautiful the world is. Likewise it explains. But even then for them, that map is not a world. Their world is only what they see through the windows. That's all their world. That much narrow their world is. That much crooked their world is. See here. So out of this window only, all these future of the children were painted with the fog. That means colorless. Okay, it is not, there is no clarity about their future. There is no definition about their future. Whether it will, they'll reach their destination or not. That's a question mark. So likewise, in that outside the window only it's seen. A narrow street. There is a narrow street which sealed in with a lead sky. Okay, that's a narrow street only. It's locked with the sky. If the children are going like a narrow street, but if they touch the sky, their future will be changed. There will be drastic changes in their future. If it is not, there is a question mark. Far, far from rivers, because they are away from rivers, they are away from seashores, and they are away from stars, everything. Then how will they think of their future? How can they achieve their dreams? How can they reach their destiny? So these are all is unimaginable only. So this is what the picture of Shakespeare we have seen. This is what the picture of Tireless Valley we have seen. This is the picture of map, which is not at all a world for them. See here, the meaning has been given. What is the meaning of sour? Unpleasant. Here refers to the color of soft cream of white or creamish. Donations, things given are received in charity. Dawn, early morning sunrise. Civilized dome, here it means rising sun at the horizon, which is in the shape of a dome, semicircle. Tireless Valley, a beautiful ice-free valley in Austria. Shield, shut or locked. Lead, here dark future of kids. Kids, a large piece of land that sticks out into the sea from the coast. See the literary devices here in this poem. Metaphor. Walls are described to be dull as sour cream. Sour cream walls. That's a metaphor. Sour cream walls are looking like sour cream. Like indirect comparison. So it's metaphor. The future of the kids is described as limited. Here see a narrow street sealed with the lead sky. So it's looking like sealed. So that's what indirect comparison, that's a metaphor. See here, assonance is also there. Repetition of vowel sound. See here, belled. Second E, see. Don't see the first E. Second E, belled. Flowery. See here one E is there. Then tireless valley. Tireless valley. So all these words are, so these E is the same one here and there everywhere. So that's what known as assonance, repetition of vowel sound. Then allusion, reference to well-known person or place. 6. See here, Shakespeare's head, tireless valley. The future has been compared with Shakespeare's head and tireless valley. The future has been compared with Shakespeare's head. Shakespeare's head has been compared with the sunrise also. Tireless valley. Valley has been compared with their future. So these are known as allusion. Then far far, again in the last line of this stanza, far far has been used twice. So that is a repetition. So these are the things are present there in the poem, literary devices. Okay, that's all students. We have completed the second stanza also. One more stanza is there. I'll come with you with the next video. You read again and again. If any meanings, if you want to know the meanings, you just refer the dictionary and learn again and again and understand the concept. That's all. Thank you, students.